Okay, this is the meeting of the Berkeley County Deputy Sheriff Civil Service Commission. We'll call it to order. The first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from September 18th. I understand those have not been prepared as of yet. We've had some moves going on in the clerk's office, and so hopefully
Yes,
we'll have those for the next meeting.
Yes, you will.
Yep.
Well, then I move to we postpone that till the next meeting.
Second. Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We won't beat John.
I appreciate that.
Item B, issue 2024-0003 online testing for the Berkeley County Deputy Sheriff Department for open entry and promotional examinations. We have an update
Yes,
on
sir.
that, John?
Yes, sir. Since our last meeting, I met with Mr. Chad Weinbrenner, the Deputy County Administrator, regarding the requirements of purchasing potential tests. Being that the county does have contracting policies to adhere to, the county clerk and I had a conversation, and he felt it was in our best interest to go talk and see where we stood with this.
Right.
Come to find out that anything that is over $15,000 does need to be bid out. However, with that being said, what Chad recommended, because he felt that the pricing would be below the $15,000, so that the county clerk and the Civil Service Commission are looking out for the taxpayers' dollars. He highly recommended that we go out and get competitive bids, or not bids, competitive pricing. We write up what we want. Specifications, thank you. Specifications, and then we send it to 3 people. I believe one of those 3 would be that company that we have talked to, and then there would be 2 others. That way, it's oranges to oranges that way. So he was very understanding of the reasons as to why, and primarily told him it wasn't fair to the deputies that take this test because there is no study guide for it. And they're taking a test in the blind. And I told him, I said, since childhood, you've always been given material to study, and here we're not even affording that to these folks. So,
Well, we have a synopsis of what we want. I'm trying to think of request for information, ROI. We already have that because we got it from the company that we got it from. So sending out 2 more companies should be something we should be able to do relatively quickly.
the problem is going to be, I think, in finding 2 more companies. I think that's the issue, but we'll see. We'll see. I know that Tyler had a rough time getting people to apply back, and the other companies in the past, back January timeframe, from what I understand, they went out of business. So, but we'll find it. We're going to make it work.
Yeah.
So that's the update. But he was very understanding and felt that the need was there for it.
Good.
All right, no action to be taken there tonight. Next item, issue 2024-0013, open hire process, IAW current rules and regulations. We've had 2 meetings in the last 6 weeks or so, and we're making good progress. Our desire is to have the finished rules out for people to review by the end of November, so that we can get feedback and make any changes and hopefully put that into place shortly after the first of the year. So, but we have made a lot of good progress. So,
Yeah.
next item, issue 2024-0023, promotional exam request for rank of sergeant due to Sergeant Higgie's voluntary rank reduction to corporal. Created the vacancy as of July 1st, 2024.
Okay, so just the background of that, we administered the test some time ago. Let me back up. This vacancy, as you can see, came about as of July 1, 2024. And the deputy corporal that tested for it tested on September 13th. And we got the results back. And with only one person testing, that was Corporal Nathan Chronister. He received a top score of 54.922075. The score was validated by yourself, Mr. President, and myself, representing the county clerk's office with the Civil Service Commission on September 17th of 2024. His name was submitted to Sheriff Blair in a letter dated September 24th, or I'm sorry, September 17th of 2024, titled Final Promotional Total Score Results, RE Sergeant Position. A letter was received via email from Chief Burnett on 9/25 of 2024 that Corporal Chronister was refusing to process through the ranks. As a result, if promoted, he had to forfeit his K-9, therefore rejecting a promotional opportunity. Sir, basically, I would recommend someone make a motion to close this item, as there's no one currently eligible for promotion at this current time.
Have a motion?
I'm going to make sure I understand this. The deputy that was already there, when he found out he couldn't give up his dog, he decided to stay in the position after he already said he was going to resign from the position?
No, sir. The sergeant, he did step down, which created the sergeant vacancy.
Right.
There was a K-9 handler that is a corporal, tested for that sergeant vacancy. He would have to give up his K-9 if he accepted the sergeant vacancy.
I got it. I'm
and
sorry.
he did not want to forfeit his K-9.
So he's
not going to accept the
Declined.
promotion.
So we still have a sergeant's position open.
That's my understanding. I don't know if anyone from the
Sheriff, is that right? Yeah.
So we're at square one.
We're back at square one. Yes, sir.
Step down to corporal, that opens the vacancy.
So we start over with the news now.
Well, there's-
And there is
except
no
there's
one-
nobody
there's no-
eligible right now for that
Until
position.
next
So
year.
there's no one eligible, so do we need to, I guess we're going to wait until somebody becomes eligible before we test again? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes no sense to offer a test because he would still be the only one eligible.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
We have a motion to close this item.
I move we close the item.
I second it.
Okay. Any
Aye.
discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Issue 2024-0024, request for new open hire physical agility and written examination.
Okay, with that brings us to our next open hire entry examination, which will be on Saturday morning of October 26th. We will start out with the physical agility test at Martinsburg High School. In the reporting instructions, we tell them to 9 o'clock. However, they need to be there 15 minutes early so we can get them checked in. In regards to the then once we do the physical agility test, we will move to the written test, which will be held at the Sheriff's Department. It's an 84-question test. They will have 2 hours to take that examination. We'll go with it from there as to who passes. Currently, the applications were due to be into our civil service office under the county clerk's umbrella Thursday, October 10th, which was last week by 5 o'clock. We've received 9 applications, of which 2 of those are pre-qualified, pre-certified law enforcement officers. One of them is a former state trooper from the state of Maryland, and another one is a former police officer out of Winchester, Virginia. So that's what we have. And one of the applicants did go down to the last minute, 5 minutes till 5 last Thursday. So he got it in time, so he's good. So that's what we have.
One thing we've corrected our verbiage through the Rules Committee is that it should be referred to as previously certified, not pre-certified, because you can't be pre-certified. You're not certified until you're certified. Right?
Certified. And we will, again, follow suit with what we did on the last test cycle, that if they are a military veteran, they will get the 5 points added to their score, whether it's passing or not. And if they are
Previously certified.
Previously certified, then they will get 5 points added to their score as well. That's what we did the last promotion cycle.
To a passing score.
To
any school.
to any school.
Any school,
Yep.
okay.
And last time there was a young man, he scored a 68. If he wouldn't have had those bonus points, he wouldn't have made the cut, but he got the 5 points, which put him over.
All right, next item, issue 2024-0026, request to stricken remove applicant Jerry Lee Moschel.
Okay, with that individual, just background, Chief Young had sent a letter back in September 13th to have him removed at the sheriff's request from the eligibility listing. Certified letter did go out to him. It contained an intent to request/decline a public hearing form. The form stated in this letter was to be returned by Monday, September 23rd at 5 p.m. We did receive the return receipt where applicant Moschel signed for the letter on Monday, September 16th of 2024. We were awaiting him to send in the intent form to either request it or decline it. As of the deadline of that September 23rd, 2024 at 5 p.m., our office never received the intent to request or decline the public hearing, which was provided to applicant Moschel. Additionally, our office has not received any phone calls from him either, so been no contact. And in that case, I would make a recommendation to you, gentlemen, that you close this item as he failed to meet the deadlines as stated.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item issue 2024-0027, request to stricken remove applicant Stefan Sabateri.
Okay, with that individual, every contact was made with him via certified letter as well, notifying him of his right to a public hearing. He signed for that certified letter on 9/17 of 2024. He personally dropped off his intent to request/decline a public hearing on 9/19/2024, and he indicated he wanted a public hearing. A second certified letter was sent to Mr. Sabateri on September 27th of 2024, notifying him of his public hearing was set for Wednesday, October 16th, 2024 at 6:15, which that date is tonight or today. He signed for that letter on 9/30/2024. No further correspondence has been conducted with Mr. Sabateri. He was also notified if he in that same letter, if he wanted anyone subpoenaed on his behalf, he had to let us know by 12 p.m. on October 7th of 2024, to which we haven't heard anything from him one way or the other. So a legal notice was published in the Journal on October 1st of 2024 as to the date, time, and location of the public hearing, and was the reasoning for it. 3 subpoenas were served on behalf of the Civil Service Commission. Those were served to Sheriff Blair on 9/27/2024, Chief Young on 10/2/2024, Investigator Deputy John G. Giangola, and I apologize, sir. I cannot get your name. And that subpoena was served on 10/2/2024, and all 3 of those subpoenas were served by Chief Burnett, and the hearing will commence this evening at 6:15, shortly after our meeting.
So we leave that item open until we. Okay. Next item, issue 2024-0028, conditional hiring request for approval, applicant Aiden Drake. We received a letter from Chief Deputy Young on behalf of Sheriff Blair on October 11th, saying that Mr. Drake had completed all the necessary investigations, and that he meets all the qualifications of our specifications in our rules and regulations. And so we need a motion to approve that hiring.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, that is the end of our planned agenda. Is there any new business? Maybe didn't make it in time for the agenda we need to discuss. Any items from the floor? Anybody here have any issues, items they want to bring before the commission?
Tough audience.
Yeah. Have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.
There.
Thank you.
I pounded your hammer for you. 5:10.